We got ourselves Inferno. Gonna be first up over for the team one with Plush in the back. We got ourselves Strand. We got Arhi chilling as an enhancement. Shamancer with Leroy at the ready. Who's gonna be first versus Inferno? Is it gonna be Chicago? We got Warthros. We got us a Soul Escape. Coming back in as a Feral Druid. Ducky and Atha gonna be first up. So the Atha versus Inferno gets a sap out of him pretty early. Stun into Inferno does force a human or normal trinket. Big steps onto Atha with the death mark ability. All the dots are running him down. Atha trying to see if he can fight right through it. Big judgment back to Inferno. No longer has a Cloak of Shadows. Trying to see if he can maybe escape. Vanish to Falla. Cheap shot onto Atha with a Grow to Falla. Does he have enough damage? The Atha looks like he's actually kind of bleeding out profusely. Does have a little bit of healing to follow in order to keep himself alive. Gouge quickly onto Atha just to try to see if he can disrupt him, as Inferno looking for a bit of a reset blind versus Atha. Doesn't force out any kind of cooldowns out of him. Bubble or bop. Potential spell warden. But it looks like Athaman chooses not to invest anything into Inferno at the time being. Get the shot to follow on to the Paladin. Does Inferno have anything more to follow? See in terms of CC, Gouge as he's bleeding down. Atha looking to maybe get some damage on him from range. Are you playing Exorcism? Hold on, do you die to dots? Hold on. Hold on a second. If Athaman is playing Exorcism, that means he actually has damage over time, which can benefit versus rogues. He can just deny rogues a stealth, a reset. There's going to be a slow onto Inferno. Massive cleave does get a cheat death. And I think Inferno just gave up. I think Inferno was like, you know what? I accept my fate. I'm not going to force Atha to pop any more cooldowns. I accept my fate. He accepted that he just couldn't get a reset. Dude, for rogues it's a little bit rough right now because you can't shadow step. So your mobility is cut down in half. It is actually so tragic. So hopefully they fix it in the future. Strand got himself a cheese build. Wait a second, what is this? He got a stun into Atha? He's got kill command build. What? He's got command one himself. Strand tried to see if he can maybe swing around the corner versus Atha, put in some dust on the guy, going to be stunned by the Paladin. As a trinket comes out for Strand with a blind to follow. Does Atha have the damage? He actually is trying to see if he can blast through Strand. Strand does get himself a heal somehow out of nowhere. I guess he's dipped low on health. He maybe got himself a little bit more health out of it. Or battle match trinket? I don't even know. Someone gave him health as he dipped low. Someone gave him a little bit more health as he dipped very, very low while blinded. That's actually kind of nutty. And he does survive it. Freezing Chop around the corner versus Atha. He may just run into it, get himself Seraphim, and try to see if he could blast through the pet. I think he was able to kill it. He was. Look at that death animation. Oh my god, that is such a long, but it's such a like real death animation. Massive cleave onto Strand and does end up swiping him out. My goodness. A Strand trying to see if he can maybe cheese him down a little. Are he setting up double shield? Is he going to be next? There's a potential flushed. Maybe playing his assassination this time. Could have been maybe Leroy as a demon hunter in the back. Because somebody got to take down Atha. Because so far this man is just cleaning these boys down. And looks like Atha actually walking into this duel with almost full cooldowns minus adaptation. So this may be as much of as close to a clean duel between the two. Atha with immediately spell ward and try to deny Leroy any kind of magic effects. So Leroy just gonna have to wait it out. Try to go for an imprison versus Atha. I don't think he was able to do it. Trying to maybe get a hunter around the corner. Atha may need to pop a shield of vengeance in case Leroy does get line inside of him. In prison, that's going to be a hunt with a silence. May not be able to go for a shield of vengeance. Going to be a big hunt, trying to see if he can maybe take him down. Stun to follow as Athaman activates a spell warden trinket. Trying to see if he can maybe give himself, not a spell warden, but the Aegis trinket. Trying to give himself a little bit more survivability with some magic damage specifically. As Leroy leaping around the corner, charging out to Atha, trying to see if he can maybe ramp up a little bit more damage. Trying to go for a bit of a backflip, hitting the wall though, as Atha is able to at least avoid the Demon Hunter. Utilizes the fact that Leroy bungling up his mobility gives Atha an opportunity to make a break. Blind onto Leroy, has a trinket in case he needs to. Atha is using the trinket very, very defensively, and Leroy is choosing not to trinket it. He's gonna save it until the next Hammer of Justice. Atha may need to bubble. Maybe looking at that bubble. I don't know if he's got wings available. Bubble comes out right here, and Leroy, I think he's just gonna wait out until maybe Athaman's bubble is gone, then maybe break up or the demon, cause it to explode, pick up a little bit more damage out of him. Possibly 20% more damage if he picks up the demonic soul. Looks he's trying to see if he can coax the demon over next to him. May have to take it down. Shield of Vengeance onto Atha. Does walk away from the demon. That's going to be stunned to Leroy. Does he choose to burn the trinket here? Going to be a divine toll by Atha. Does not have wings to follow though. Still Shield of Vengeance holding on strong, but will need all that holy power in order to help him recover. Another demon spawned in for Leroy. Super lucky. As Athaman is looking for a bit of a reset. Trying to see if we can back away from the man as we are hitting that 5-minute mark. Dampening slowly creeping in, boys. Leroy tried to see if he could keep that demon around as long as possible. May just need to invest a Glathro at that thing. He's playing a glaive throw, like double glaive throw build, where you have to spend resources to throw glaives. Big Hunt, Atherman at half his health. I don't know if he's got much left really. Trying to see if he can maybe survive it, and Leroy just takes him out in a combo. Oh my goodness, man, the Demon Hunter combo is super, super strong. Try to see if we maybe take down Chicago, as Chicago charging out, managed to wall this really, really early, as Leroy just taking all the momentum onto Chicago. Oh my goodness, damn. Is he gonna go for a bit of an imprison? Silence of the Chicago, deny him any kind of defensives or any kind of utility, deny him any kind of value of magic, deny him the element stun onto Leroy. You have a second Sun Totem? You do have a second Sun Totem, but it's gonna be Leroy with a Metamorphosis. Is this man like in a perma meta build? I swear to God, this man is like in the permanent meta build. He has to be. He's in there so long. Gonna be Chicago with the chicken as the Demon Hunter tried to see if he could swing around the corner. Does get another demon spawning next to them. He's gonna slay it very quickly just to pick up a little bit of health and the 20% damage increase. Hoping to maybe take that 20% damage and just take down Chicago, wipe him out right then and there. Chicago desperately looking for a bit of reset. Definitely needs some Maelstrom, but cannot get in combat with Leroy. Unless they maybe have a stun to lock him down for a second, pick up a bit of Maelstrom and back away. Looks like they're just trying to see if maybe they can deny any kind of demon damage out of Leroy. Metamorphosis is finally down for the moment, so actually quite a lot of Leroy's damage is less effective as of right now, and Chicago is looking to push the offensive, sending out the Ghost Wolves or Ghost Raptors for a bit of Maelstrom generation, interrupting Leroy as he activates Metamorphosis. Does he go for big damage potentially? Does get himself a Vengeful Retreat, which could give him lots of crit big damage. Oh my god! As Leroy does end up wiping out Chicago. He had himself that Vengeful Retreat to reset the initiative. Talon. Matt Convoke out of Soulscape as he got himself big bleeds onto Leroy. Leroy going for back-to-back Chaos Strikes, just absolutely just cleaving, shearing right through Soulscape. Oh my god. You ever been to a sandwich shop and you know how they take like a big hunk of— oh my god, Soulscape, my man! Oh, what just killed you? Was that like a glaive toss bleed? Oh my god. You know how when you go to like a sandwich shop and they have like that big hunk of meat and they have like a cutter where they shear like slice by slice? That's basically Leroy. He's a walk-in, whatever you call it, man. What are those meat cutters are? I wouldn't know, honest. I'm so sorry. There's a word for it. I just don't know what it is. I'm drawing a blank really badly. So busted. Dude, Demon Hunters are nutty. And they got a bleed too. Like that soul cleave bleed is insane. Kebab? Not kebab, but you guys are getting me though. Kind of similar, but not exactly. Immunity for Leroy. I feel like having immunity as a Demon Hunter at this point should be a crime. You know what? I can see why Blizzard removed Blur in this build. I can kind of see why Blizzard removed the ability of Blur in this recent build. Not saying that it's intentionally they removed Blur, but with Leroy, the amount of healing he's got, he just literally top. He killed the demon. Just throwing the glaive at a demon gives him half health. Picking up the demon soul, here's the other half. Like, what kind of a leech build do you got? Big Hunt knocking down Warthog, just tackling him like a linebacker. Man, what is going on? Is Ducky the last one? Ducky, we believe in you, my man. The guy's not even letting you an opportunity, just going for a big blade dance to just can't strike immediately. Ducky needs to do everything he can in order to survive the Demon Hunter. I think he may just need to crowd control him and just back away from the guy. Back away from the man if at all possible. Trying to go for some condemns, but honestly may just need to hit him with a fear and walk away. As Leroy, losing the Metamorphosis for a second, needs the Ivan back up in order to regain it. And Ducky could be in big, big trouble. He got some cooldowns, but definitely needs recovery. Definitely needs some kind of recovery. Literally unkillable. I think they may be in that situation where they may be unkillable. Crystals, I will need to see more. I think yesterday, last week, Chilpas was doing a pretty good job cracking through the tough exterior that is Demon Hunter. But maybe with this recent build, they got even tankier. Lucky, trying to see maybe we can spear down Leroy, but Leroy just got bleeds on him. I think the man's just melting. I think he's gonna bleed out. I'm sorry. I thought I was fighting Demon Hunter. I didn't realize I was fighting against an assassin stroke with bleeds. As Leroy just literally walks up, taps him, knocking the man over. Man, Demon Hunters are looking good. Like, ridiculous. I gotta love 4 button Demon Hunter class. Man, Philip, come on, man. They got a lot more buttons nowadays. They got the Hunt. They can do the Elysium with the one too. The Soul Cleave. They got Glaze Toss. I mean...